Hi guys, my name's Nicole, and today I'm going to be taking you through an MFA workout. We're going to utilize the cable machine today, and we're going to do all upper body, 20 minutes, okay? So real quick. All right, we're going to start with a cable crossover. This is an exercise for your chest, okay? And a bit of your shoulders as well, but you're really going to work the chest on this one, okay? So I'm going to start with 15 pounds on each side for me. You're welcome to pick your own weight, but I would encourage you to go for moderate to light because we're going to repeat this exercise a bit heavier, okay? So I have my cables up decently high here. I like to put them just a couple notches down from the top because we want that angle downward as we're pressing, okay? So I'm gonna take one, I'm gonna get it in this position, okay? And I'm gonna walk this way, grab the other one, bring it down, make sure I'm centered here. I'm gonna take a couple steps forward, okay? And I'm gonna lean forward at the hips, all right? And then chest is out the entire time throughout this exercise. Very important, okay? So I'm gonna bring it back just to about there, and then I'm pressing and I'm crossing my arms, okay? I'm really working my pecs here. 2. Nice and controlled on the way back. Cross, okay? Just like that. Keep the chest out. I'm gonna go for about 15 of these. Notice I'm going down, following the exact trajectory of the cable, okay? And I'm crossing my hands, getting a nice squeeze of the chest. Should start to feel a nice burn, kind of in the armpit area. I'm gonna do 3 more solid ones here. And last one. Beautiful. And then we want to slowly walk this back. You don't want to let them just fly backwards. Great. Okay, we're going to move on next to our rows, seated rows, okay? That's going to be for your back and your lats, all right? All right, so next we're gonna do the cable row machine, okay? So this is fantastic for your lats and your upper back, all right? So put it on, again, moderate to light for this one. I'm gonna do about 55 pounds for myself, okay? Sit on down here. I've used this handle. I like this one because it keeps my hands inward, okay? I don't want a super wide one necessarily for this exercise, okay? So I'm gonna put my feet nice and centered here, and I'm gonna go grab the weight. And throughout this, I don't want your back to be curled like this. I want you to have a nice strong chest, okay? So I'm gonna lift it and I'm gonna scoot back just a little so that my knees are slightly bent. Okay, so I already have tension right now. I'm gonna keep my chest out and my shoulders are down and back throughout this exercise, okay? Because what we're doing is we're working our lats, which are underneath our armpits here. I'm gonna lean forward. Chest is out, and I'm driving my elbows actually toward my hips, okay? Back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Slowly release. It's quite a bit of tension in those lats, okay? Again, I'm not squeezing the handle, all right? My hands are just hooked in there. Kind of tough. Should start to feel a nice burn in your lats. Probably feel it in your shoulders as well. Keep them down and back. Throw the chest out as you row. Elbows are down near your hips. I'm gonna do 3 more solid ones. Last one here. And complete it. Slowly lower. Boom. Nice job. Next, we're gonna go to our tricep rope, okay? This is a great one to isolate the triceps, okay? Right here. Again, you're gonna have it hanging from the top here, and I'm gonna go for about 20 pounds for myself. I would say 10 to 20 is probably your best bet. All right, so I'm gonna put one foot in front of the other throughout this, okay? And I'm gonna lean forward a bit at the hips, all right? I'm gonna bring it down, and I'm gonna keep my elbows tucked the entire time, tucked to my sides, okay? Because from my elbow up, I don't want this to move throughout the exercise. Only moving our arm from the elbow down, okay? So get your hands in here, lock them in. Some people like to use their index finger and their thumb. All right, lean forward, and then we drive down and behind our body. And we hold it just for a second, and then we control the way up. Notice how I'm not swinging, I'm not letting my elbows come up like this. I'm keeping them tucked throughout the entire exercise, which makes it a lot harder. Nice and controlled. Shoulders, of course, are down and back with this exercise. I'm gonna do 5 more because this is tough. 5, 4, 3, 2. One more. Whew. Yeah, you want to feel a nice burn in the triceps, okay? We're gonna go lastly to our dumbbell exercise here, okay? We're gonna do a lateral raise. Really popular, great exercise for your delts, specifically your lateral delts, okay? So, I recommend a light weight for this one. Sincerely, you don't need to go too heavy. I'm gonna use 5s. The burn will catch up to you. This is a very small muscle we're working, okay? So, I'm gonna keep my feet a little closer together here. They're gonna be parallel, okay? And I'm gonna start with getting into position, which is kind of this position here, right? And I have my elbows a little bit bent. They're gonna stay that way. They're not gonna move throughout the exercise. They're gonna stay like this. My shoulders are down and back. Why? Because if I'm scrunched, this is gonna be strictly a traps exercise, which we're trying to hit the shoulders. So keep them down, loose grip on the weights, and all I'm doing is lifting toward the corners of the room. And notice at the top of the exercise, I'm not going too high. At the top, my wrist is below my elbow and my elbow is below my shoulder, okay? It's really all you need. If you're doing it correctly, you'll get a nice burn right in the delts, okay? So for this one, I'm gonna go for about 20 total. So I'm gonna say that's about 7 here. Again, I'm very controlled. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, loose grip, 16, 17, almost there, 18, 19, one more, 20. All right, beautiful guys. We're gonna repeat all of this one more time, okay? I'm gonna start again with the cable crossovers for the chest, okay? Might be a little more intense this round, so I encourage you to go up a little bit because we can cut our reps to a lower amount, okay? So I'm gonna go up to 20s on each side, all right? And if you went too heavy the first time, totally fine to lighten it, okay? So again, get that one down already. We don't need to do something like this where we try to pull them down, okay? That could mess up your shoulder. So get it in, come over here, get that one in, stabilize, take a couple steps forward, lean forward at the hips, chest is out, shoulders are down and back. I'm coming back, and then I'm crossing. That's 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go for 10 good ones. 4, 5, 7, 3 more. Last one. All right. And then nice and careful with the return. Whew. All right, let's go on to our rows next. All right, I'm gonna up the weight a bit on this as well. which this one's a big jump. This is 15 pounds on this machine, so we're gonna do fewer reps for sure. All right, I got my feet in here nice and even. I'm gonna reach forward, make sure I'm engaged. I don't wanna pull it when my back is like this. I wanna bring it back, scoot back just a little so that I have a slight knee bend. I'm going forward, elbows toward the hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades together at the top. 2, 3. Nice and controlled on the return. 4. I'm going for 8. 5. 6. 7. Last one here. Excellent, guys. All right. We're going to move on to our tricep push down, okay? One more time here. I'm going to bump it up. I'm going to go to 30, all right? So whatever you're comfortable with. One foot in front of the other. Get this nice and secure. Again, I like to use these 2 fingers right here. Get it down. Lock the elbows to your sides. And we're pushing down and behind us. Substantially heavier. 2. 3. 4. 5. And what I'm going to do in this situation, since I only got 5 good ones with that heavier weight, I'm going to go back down to 20. This is a great method to keep going, keep pushing your muscles in a safe way and an effective way. Now I'm back down to 20, and I'm going to finish my reps. I'm going to do about 10 more. 8, 7, 6, oh yeah, 5, 4, feel a very nice burn with this. 3, 2 more, 2, and last one. All right. All right, guys, great job so far. Next up, we're gonna do our lateral raises again with our dumbbells, okay? So again, keep it light. If you wanna go up a little bit, that's fine. Feet are gonna be narrow here. Nice strong stance, little bend to the elbows. Shoulders are down, loose grip, and I'm lifting toward the corners here. 2, 3. I'm gonna go for 20, 4, 13, 14, 15, 16, almost there, 17, 18, 19, 20. Beautiful. All right, guys, before you head out, we're gonna make sure we get some stretches in, okay? Because we did a lot of work on our chest, on our back, on our shoulders, okay? So I want you to first reach all the way up. Deep breaths here, as high as you can go, okay? Feel your spine stretching out. You can go to one side here and feel your obliques and even your hips here, okay? No rush on this, okay? This is a nice static stretch for after the workout, okay? Big windmills. I want you to go nice and slow on these, okay? Again, with any of these exercises, you want to make sure you're stretching, okay? You can do a little bit of this just because you should always do that. And then we can take this right here. This is a great stretch for your chest, okay? You want to place your hand here. My elbow's a little bit below my shoulder, kind of at right about this width. And I'm turning my torso just a little bit to feel a nice stretch here. in the front delt, okay? And this is also getting my chest, okay? So then we'll go to the other side again. Arm in, just like so. I'm just rotating just a little bit here. Good. And then we can do this guy right here, popular shoulder stretch. Feel over here. Pull it towards you. Turn your head toward the other side, the side that you're stretching. Good. And then the other side here. Very good. And then we can actually use this as a stretch as well. If you want to kind of stretch it this way, I would encourage you to put it on a much lighter weight. This is a great stretch that you can also do in a doorway at home. Okay, putting your arms like this, stretching the chest. It's important to do after we do a chest workout. Okay, and then finally, if you'd like to just hang, it's a great thing to do. Just a dead hang. It's fantastic to do at the end of your workout. You might not be able to hold it for very long, but that's okay. Your grip strength improves as you lift more. Deep breaths. Feel your spine expand. And very nice. And then finally, for this front delt here, there's a great stretch where you hook your fingers together like so. Stick your chest out and raise it behind your back as high as you can go. We'll end with just a couple more windmills here. And then if you have any sort of tightness in your lats here, finally I'll have you grab something beneath you. Okay, it can be something as simple as this. Reach down low and pull, and you can isolate from side to side as well. And you can come up here as well. Just like so. Just let your body fall back. You'll feel a nice stretch in the lats, okay? All right, guys, great job.